Here is everything you need to know about the 8 domains of the CISSP. And what does the CISSP stand for? Well, it stands for Certified Information Systems Security Professionals. So let's start with the first domain, which is security and risk management. This defines security goals and objectives, risk mitigation, compliance, business continuity, and the law. It also helps to define the security posture of the organization. It includes as well security goals and objectives, as mentioned before, risk mitigation processes, compliance, business continuity plans, legal regulations, and professional and organizational ethics. Now let's talk about asset security. And this secures digital and physical assets, also related to the storage, maintenance, retention, and destruction of data. In this domain, security professionals conduct a security impact analysis. They establish also a recovery plan and they manage data exposure. The third, security architecture and engineering, optimizes data security by ensuring effective tools, systems, and processes are in place. This domain also includes design principles, threat modeling, list of privilege, defense in depth, fail securely, separation of duties, zero trust architecture, trust by verifying, etc. The fourth one, which is communications and network security, manages and secures physical networks and wireless communication. It also protects data when employees work remotely, hybrid, or on-site. So everything that has to do with communication and protecting data, especially when your employees are not on the premises. Okay. The next, so this one, let's tick it off. Number 5, identity and access management. It keeps data secure, because that's the objective, by ensuring users follow established policies to control and manage physical assets like office spaces and logical assets, such as networks and applications. In this domain, the principle of least privilege is very important. Remember, the principle of least privilege is an employee should only have access to the data that is only essential for them to get the job done. So whatever data or information they need to get their job done, that's the access to the data that they have, and it's limited to how much data they can see or manipulate. So minimal access and authorization needed to complete a specific task in the organization. So this is identity and access management, and that's what it controls. Number 6 is security assessment and testing. And this means that you conduct security controls testing, collect and analyze data, and conduct security audits to monitor for risks, threats, and vulnerabilities. Okay, so everything that has to do with the collection and analysis of data would take place in this domain. Now let's talk about the 7th domain, which is security operation. Security operation means conducting investigations and implementing preventative measures. So what measures are we going to put in place in order to prevent threats to data or different data breach, cyber attack, etc. So this is where it would fall in. And some things to consider in the security operations domain is establishing strategies, processes, and tools that will help your employees mitigate risk, training and awareness, which is also essential for not only not only your employees, but everyone that is involved in the organization and the public in general. Reporting and documentation, intrusion detection and prevention, everything that has to do with SIM tools, log management, incident management, playbooks, which are very important in every organization, post breach forensic, and reflecting on the lessons learned. So, lessons learned are very important because they help us to prevent different threats or risk in the future, and they also help us to identify the different vulnerabilities in a system, the different threats that exist, and how we can mitigate them. So that would be the security operations. The eighth and the final domain, which is software development security. This is the practice of using secure coding practices, which are a set of recommended guidelines that are used to create secure applications and servers. Because one thing, it's easy to create an app, but when it comes to securing the app or making sure that all the different vulnerabilities or patch or just being able to identify the vulnerabilities in application is so difficult. So that's why so many organizations, they conduct pen testing or penetration testing, where they basically perform an attack on their own system to find different weaknesses. Remember, weaknesses or are vulnerabilities that can be exploited in a system. So yes, so this part of the domain focuses on how we're going to make sure that the code is secure in a way where we limit the number of vulnerabilities that exist, but also to limit the attack surface or the attack vectors in the application. Yes, so these are the 8 domains of the Certified Information System Security Professionals. I hope this helped, and I'll see you on the next video. Remember to always stay cyber smart.